D, we took 5 stray collies to an Offaly pound, and upon our arrival we found out that the pound was under huge strain.
It makes me so upset to think that these dogs didn't ask to be brought into the world. They've been abandoned, and they're lovely dogs, and they'd make a great pet for somebody. And it's so upsetting that they've already taken in 5 dogs this morning. We brought in another 5. That's 10 already today. It's outrageous.
It is, and Eunice was telling me they took in 73 in the month of January, compared to the normal monthly average 28 or 29. So, those are big numbers, and the dog pound can't turn them away. So you can see there's loads of lovely dogs here today that would make good pets. But, Ireland just had too many dogs. We're too irresponsible with our dog ownership, and this is the result of it. The 6,000 dogs put to sleep in Irish pounds last year, and, that's significantly down on previous years. But it's still far too many. And people need to realise that this is a national problem. It's a disgrace, really, to the country. And, people complain about the dog warden or the dog pound because dogs are being put to sleep here. But it's not the fault of the warden. They're just cleaning up society's mess. What people object to is dogs being put to sleep in pounds. And it is very sad to see. I've been in pounds myself, and you see some of the dogs there and you think that they can make somebody a wonderful pet. But unfortunately, there isn't sufficient homes in Ireland for all of these dogs.
It's just too many. Too many dogs, not enough homes.
The pounds are obliged under legislation to take in any stray dogs that are out there. So if I have a stray dog that's bothering me out on the road, I should be able to contact the dog warden. He has to come, take it away, and impound it. And if nobody comes forward for it, after 5 days, it can be euthanized.
Or if it's lucky, it might be taken in by an animal rescue centre. But those animal rescue centres are overloaded nowadays.
We would like to hope that they would be held on for a bit longer to try and find homes for them. But like I say, the pounds have a responsibility to take in any dogs. So if they have no more space, and that dog is there 5 days, and they have to free up space, it's an unfortunate reality that that dog is going to be put to sleep.
The number of healthy dogs being put down, it's 40 a day in Ireland at the moment, which is, if it's even one, it's too many.
It's nothing to do with the dog pounds. It's not the dog pound's fault. They perform a function which needs to be carried out. If the dog pound wasn't there, the dogs would continue to roam the streets, causing a nuisance to people and indeed suffering themselves.
And this is difficult for people that work in the pounds as well. I mean, I wouldn't like anybody to think or suggest that anybody working a pound drives any pleasure when these dogs being put to sleep. It's a very difficult part of the job for anyone involved. But unfortunately, they have to make the room.
The strays we rescued were put up for adoption at the end of the Animal A&D episode, and are now in their new homes. It was hard to leave the pound, knowing that many of the other dogs I met would have to be put down in the coming days. With so many of our loyal companions' lives ending in dog pounds, who needs to take responsibility, and what is the best way to help reduce the number of stray dogs?
Well, ultimately, the only way to solve it is to stop the production of the animals in the first place, or to stop them arriving in pounds. And that's down to us as the public. The general public need to be more responsible. Unfortunately, we, as a nation, we're not very responsible in terms of dog ownership. Neutering is something that people haven't seemed to adopt for over the years for whatever reason. So we're still producing far too many dogs in two ways, both intentionally in terms of breeding of puppies, and also just people who aren't neutering their dogs. The dogs are becoming pregnant unintentionally and are producing pups, which are then difficult to find homes for. So as a result, we've got surplus dogs in the country, and that is what has manifested itself with our stray dog population and the problems we see with dogs going into pounds being put to sleep.
It's well renowned throughout the world that neutering and microchipping together is one of the only ways to reduce the stray dog and cat population and the amount of healthy animals euthanized in pounds worldwide. That's it done. There's not enough of it being done. There's still too many dogs being put to sleep in Irish dog pounds, so we still have a long way to come. I don't think people are aware of the importance of it just yet in Ireland. So his unique number come up there.
Microchipping is a fundamental part of responsible pet ownership. Everybody thinks that their dog won't escape or won't get stolen, but it happens.
So if you have a dog and it gets loose on you somehow by accident and it runs away and somebody picks it up, it can be scanned,
your details recorded, and then you can be contacted and reunited with your dog. That's the basic premise of it. So every rescue centre, every pound should be scanning dogs as soon as they come in to check if there is a microchip.
Then it would automatically reduce the numbers in pounds because the dog can be scanned, the owner contacted, and the dog back in its home that evening. So stop clogging up pounds, stop dogs being put down unnecessarily when there's no space.
If your dog or your cat goes missing from you and there's no identification on them, well, they're gone and you're not going to get them back.
Changed. Nationwide Revisited. Sunday at 7 on RTE1.